For an example, here's a design that I've just completed that developed as I saw what was going on with the virus, um, how it's affected our community, how it's affected people around me. Let me give you an example. I don't know if you can see this, but this design is of a person crawling out of the mire and the muck, so to speak, of this whole pandemic. But as you can see, I wanted the upper design to reflect something related to the virus. Now, it didn't start out that way. It started out with just a simple design and a person, but it developed that way. And that's basically what I think separates me from the other individuals in the competition, is because I can come up with some really strong, unique designs. Now, I haven't put glass to this just yet, but you can best assure that it's going to be top notch when I finish it. Remember, it's the design that makes the difference. The other thing that I would say that would separate me from other people, and it would also be a really nice tip to a lot of artists who like to work fast, is that the traditional stained glass artist will cut out a design in paper. Once they've gotten their design, like so, they will then cut out each individual piece of paper. And you can see this particular design has over 125 pieces. Imagine taking that with scissors, special scissors, cutting out each individual piece and gluing it, temporarily gluing it to your glass and cutting it out. My God, that would take a long time. And I started out that way. I mean, that's how I was classically trained. But I realized in order to get the things done that I wanted to get done, in order to be expedient with my work, I had to move to a much faster way of cutting my glass. So I don't know if you can see my table here. I have a light table that I put my glass directly on along with my pattern. For an example, if I have a pattern, I'll put it right on the glass, or glass right on the pattern, and cut it right from here. I think I have the skills and the ability to be able to do that. It makes it much easier rather than having to paste it, remove it, put it on the glass. It's just too time consuming for me. I have to get things done. So I think that, in addition to a tip to a lot of potential stained glass designers, would be good. Also, you don't have to spend a lot of money for a table. You can get something as simple as this. This is a light glass table, pretty inexpensive, pretty light, pretty mobile. It still allows you to do the same thing, and believe me, it'll save you a lot of time, especially if time is money. I'm excited about this particular event. Never dreamed it would happen. And I think for me, it's even more exciting to be on this show because for the longest time, I didn't think I could be an artist, at least an artist who made money. Oh yeah, an artist would be a hobbyist, and there are a lot of those around who just do it because they like doing it, but how great would it be to do something that you absolutely love to do and get paid for it? Oh my God. Well, I'm doing just that. And this particular competition would prove to me that yes, you have done it, you're doing it, and the decisions that you made to pursue this was the right decision. So, having said all that, I would like to show you a few things that I'm doing or have done in the past, and hopefully the lighting will be able to kind of express the coloring as well as the design. As I mentioned to you before, a lot of my designs are inspirational, and they are also kind of environmental, what I feel, what comes to me. And as it develops, it then goes to my pad, and then from my pad it goes to my drawings, and then from my drawing it goes to my workshops. Let me show you an inspirational piece that I just did. This piece is called Roots. My Roots Run Deep 2, number 2. And it is portraying people, my African American heritage throughout the years. And they are, I don't know if you can see it with the light, I'm trying to do the best I can with the lighting down here. But throughout history, throughout the millenniums, they have been strong and resilient because they have strong root system, an incredibly resistant root system that has sustained them throughout these many, many years, and throughout all the hardships and difficulties that we've had to face and are still facing. The second piece, you can see it here, is called Distant Shores. And it was my attempt to combine two types of stained glass. One was stained glass as we know it, and in doing some silk screening to get the details in the face. And basically what you're seeing here is a person that at one time might have been a queen or some member of royalty, or within their community or tribe or whatever, was very revered and respected. And now as a result, and that's indicated by the horizontal headdress. But now they are reflecting on where they are now, and they've been taken out of their land, removed out of their land, and now taken to a foreign land, which is described by the diagonal lines at the very bottom. And it causes this person to reflect. It causes this person to reminisce and think about how it was when things were different. Let me show you the last couple pieces. These are, of course, smaller pieces. These are 12 by 12s, really easy to make. But what I wanted to do is to draw something that was inspirational. In my little sketchbook, I happened to draw something that was a very simple figure, okay? And for whatever reason, I call it a monk. Don't ask me why, but yeah, I can tell you why. There's an artist by the name of Egon Schiele. He's an Austrian artist. And he has if you ever have a chance to take a look at his work, I would recommend that you do so. But he had a few monks that he did, much more elaborate than what you see here. And of course, I put it in my sketchbook. And as I review my sketchbook, I look at it, I look at pieces and work that I've done. I said, oh, I think I want to do that. And this actually developed out of it. So anyway, here's a monk, African descent. But what you see with this monk series is something very interesting in that the design is very simple. There's only 1, 2, 3. Well, actually, the actual design is only 1, 2, 3 pieces. But I wanted to highlight the frame. Now, in art, you always want to highlight the subject. That's the proper way of doing things. But in this particular case, I wanted to do something totally different against the norm. So I highlighted the frame, and made the subject very simple. So it causes the eye to wonder and ponder, what is he trying to say? I don't know if you can see the colors, but here's the first one in that series. Here's the second one in that series. This monk is probably wearing a hat. I don't know if monks wear a hat or not, do they? But in the event that they do, this one has a hat on. And the third in the series, very simple one. It's called my monk series. So anyway, that concludes my introduction. I hope that I have an opportunity to compete, excited about it, and looking forward to it. Until then, ciao.